When we went to Big Bad Wolf, there was a book that said women's rights, and it was in I think the history section.
Yeah.
And I yelled to Janine, who was like maybe like 4 or 5 feet away, like, this should be in the fiction section. And there was this one girl who was there, and she looked at me like she was gonna murder me there.
Yeah, and he ran.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Half a Nice Day podcast with your host, Joshua.
And Janine.
And just a quick disclaimer before we begin the podcast even further. I just want to tell everyone that we are now monetized.
Yeah!
So our approval has gone through. Google has decided, you know what, let's give these kids a break because we do definitely need one. And
We do.
I will hate you from now on if you decide to skip ads.
Yeah.
I think... because I didn't know about this until Janine had told me, I think, like last week. Apparently, one of the criteria for you to get more revenue from AdSense is if you watch the full ad without skipping it.
Of course. How are they gonna get paid if their viewers are not watching the ad?
That's true.
That's the essence of someone putting an ad because they want to. And then I think if someone clicks through it, that's another
bonus for us.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think so, yeah.
So then that changes what I'm about to say, because then if you see that eToro ad come up, or a Talabat ad, or a Zomato ad, order your food or invest in whatever commodities or stocks you want to do through eToro. Support the podcast, because as of now we don't have any sponsors, but hopefully sooner or later we will be having them.
Actually, we do. We just don't know how to take them on.
Who?
Remember that product?
Oh yeah, so I think we can talk about it.
We can't because what if eventually we want to take them in and we think of
that
a
is
funny
true.
skit? So
that is true.
We don't want to give them free ad.
That is true. Yes. Okay, I agree. So we won't mention which company that is for now, but it was actually quite promising because initially I thought it was a spam sort of email.
I think we can.
But it seems pretty legit. I don't mind taking them on as a sponsor if you are.
I don't mind. We just have to think of like a funny, smart,
take on
clean
it
way.
Clean way, you say?
To promote their product.
Okay. So back to the drawing board for me, I guess, because I want to think of that. Because as of today, this setup that you see right before you, if you're watching, should I say it or? Yeah. So I've taken on a task of setting up a brand new full scope podcast studio.
Why are you selling it to them?
No, because I'm trying to sell it to myself. So basically in the last few days, we've decided that we're gonna be, should I say it?
Well, share whatever you want to share.
So I'm gonna be really open with you guys today, but we're gonna get a new place. And one of the rooms that we're gonna use in this new place is gonna be for the sole purpose of a podcast studio. And I've taken on the liberty and responsibility to do it completely by myself without any of Janine's inputs. She doesn't know what I'm going to do. I already have a blueprint, if you see on my Rocket book, which I want to talk about as well, because we're now into a new phase of our lives. But we will be redesigning a brand new podcast studio. So stay tuned for our next episode. That will be there on the next episode. And I know you're asking yourself why.
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
No, I'm going to make sure that everything is smooth from that process and that journey. But wish us luck, guys. It's going to be really a daunting task for myself. And
it's not just the room in itself. It's the whole moving into a new house.
That I couldn't be bothered about right now, because this is my baby right now. This is my baby. This is my child.
The house is my baby.
Yes.
You know why you're not bothered by it? Because he's not going to live in this house until we get married. And so it's my baby because it's going to be my habitat for a couple of months. So you cannot be bothered by it.
Of course, I will
as long as the podcast room is okay.
I will be assisting you in whatever requirements that you have for me. But of course, I would be focusing most of my time primarily on the podcast studio.
Grape.
Great.
Grape.
But yeah, I'm really excited, and thank you for trusting me with that task.
You know what? I'm nervous.
You don't have to be, trust me. You know, if
You
anyone
know,
Wait.
you should be nervous when someone says you don't have to trust me.
If you were to think of the first person right now who would be able to design a podcast studio, who would you get?
Myself?
No. That's not how I intended that. That's not how I foresaw your answer. But honestly, like someone who's really, really like balls deep, basically, I want to say in the podcasting world. Yes, who would you be taking on that? Who would you be suggesting or delegating the task to?
A professional.
No. But, okay, guys, that
I think you want me to say you.
yes.
Okay.
That's where I want you to go. If it wasn't obvious in the beginning.
Yeah, just because you want me to say you, I'll say you.
Yes. See, guys, I'm going to cut out everything that she said before.
Okay.
And just make that her final answer.
Can I explain where I'm coming from?
Of course.
If you guys see a picture of his room, and I don't know if you can flash it here for everyone to see, his room is literally a college geek / rock star emo face / MMA fighter wannabe room. So he has all of these posters, random stickers, random knickknacks,
Art. It's called art.
Okay, art of things.
See,
There's no theme to it. And I'm very used to, as you can see, themes and like minimalism.
Yeah, I'm the biggest minimalist out there.
You are, but it doesn't translate into
It doesn't translate into my furniture. I will
into
agree.
your interior design.
Yes, but that was because I had very limited space to work on. I live in a maid's room, which I'm not kidding, guys. I will actually show a picture of my room here.
Okay. You thought about it. You're like, hold on. Should I show it? Should I not?
No, I will. Because you know what? You guys are the mirror of my soul, and I'm going to be transparent with you guys.
Because he loves you guys that much.
Yes. So my room is, okay, what Janine said, scratch whatever she just said. My room is, how I see it is a frat boy.
A fat, like F-A-T?
No, frat, I said.
Frat. Okay.
Frat boy.
I'm like, fat?
A frat boy's paradise / gaming den. Okay? So, I have the full gaming setup in my room, as one would call it, of course. And I have a mini fridge because, you get thirsty after playing a few games. And then I have a bookshelf
to put
because...
his water for his gout medicine.
Can I finish?
Yes.
So yes, it's fully stocked with whatever you want, because I'm a great host. Okay, great host. And it has a decent size, for all my extravagant fashion. And yeah, I'm actually really happy about the room. I managed to do whatever I could given that space.
Can you explain to me what extravagant fashion means?
No, like like my shirts and my pants,
Mm-hmm.
my 4 pants and my 3 shirts.
Okay, what's extravagant about them?
Designer wear from this company. I don't know if you know it. It's French. It's called H&M. Yes.
Okay.
And of course, everyone knows the Zara.
What is that? Where is that from?
Zara? It's also European.
Okay.
Yeah, European has the best fashion. They've given fashion to the world.
Okay.
Yeah. Prior to
Thank
that,
you, Europe.
they didn't know what Europe was for. Like French fries maybe, but other than that, no one really knew.
Okay. Is French fries from France though?
No, it's from Belgium.
Okay. Good job.
Yeah, you were trying to attack me right there. I know where you were going with that, and I just 180'd it and shot it back at you.
Okay. Good job.
But I still love you though.
Grape.
I'm gonna definitely put a grape GIF over there. But yes, thank you for all the support, guys. And once again, because we will be embarking on a new journey of such, like, a lot of things is gonna be happening within the next few months in terms of our podcast, in terms of our own personal careers, in terms of a new habitat, a new environment where we will be living in. So
There's so many new things.
so many new things, guys. Like, you can't even begin to fathom like what the last few months has brought to us.
It's what is that?
Dude, the bruja is out.
It was. I would say it was a difficult couple of months. But exciting times ahead. As you said, career-wise, so we're both embarking in new jobs, new house. Everything is starting at the same time.
It was like a great reset, right? Like Janine and I, and I think we spoke about this in a different episode, but usually in the beginning of the year we like to plan out stuff.
Yeah.
And these two things that have come up on our plates is something that we could have never have thought of at like the beginning of the year, like January or end of December.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's literally like resetting all over again.
It's like it came and we were just like, whoa.
Swept away.
Yeah.
We were swept away.
But really, like, we're super, super thankful for all of the blessings that came our way.
Yes,
Like,
I agree.
God is definitely so good. But at the same time, it's like scary for all of these new things.
It
But
is.
exciting. There's the wedding that we're planning.
So literally, like, we
Oh,
have been
gosh.
busy, guys. Like,
Yeah.
neck deep into like different things.
You just had to bring neck deep into it.
Yeah. Shout out to my favorite band, Neck Deep, and Green Day. So, even though it's not related at all, but it is very, very tough because I think that's part of adulting, right? Like, you never can expect what's gonna happen to you within a few months, and you have to really be prepared for the worst or even the best. You know what's coming your way,
Yeah, that's so true.
and it's just like completely different because I would never in a million years would have I thought that I would be in this position where I am today, like engaged, having a podcast, doing comedy.
Yeah.
Doing
While
a
you're
lot of things.
30.
Yeah. So
Guys.
something happened the other day which like literally brought me to my knees and wept.
I really saw the shock in his face. So we were on our way to church, right? It was in the morning.
No, it was in the evening somewhere. We were
Yeah.
going to
We were on our way to church.
no.
Or we were on our way to dinner.
It was we were on our way to Big Bad Wolf.
To Big Bad
Yes,
Wolf.
yes, yes.
True. Okay, so we went to Big Bad Wolf. For those who are not based in the UAE.
No,
It's
it's
a-
an international thing.
Whoopsies.
Whoopsie.
It's a cheap
So
expo expo of
Yes.
some sort of books.
it's a traveling because they have multi-city
convention?
destinations. Yes, book
Yeah.
convention, book expo, whatever you want to call it.
Where you can buy books for cheaper.
Cheaper than
usual.
yes.
I wouldn't say it was super cheap, but yeah, sure. It was
Yes.
cheaper than usual if you go to a bookstore. Anyway, we were on our way there. I don't know what we were talking.
Talking.
Clearly, I don't know how to talk.
Clearly, she has forgot how
I don't
to
know
English.
what we were talking about. And Josh just, I think it dawned on you that you're 30. I know.
Yeah.
What was it? We were talking about me turning 31 when we get married.
Yes. So you brought up this like, I can't believe I'm going to be 31 when I'm married, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah, when we get married, I said. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm like, what are you on? And she's like, yeah, you're already 30. And then she said, oh no, but you'll still be 31. And then I'm like, what do you mean still?
Yeah.
And then it hit me like a
brick on your face. I really saw his shock. Like, he couldn't believe he was 31.
Yeah.
He turned. Gosh, I said.
Did you leave your
third.
English in
I think
office
so.
and you came home?
I think so.
Yes.
Because I keep thinking 30 and I keep turning my T's into th. He was thinking that his birthday is about to come, but his birthday already passed 2 months ago.
Yeah. I didn't think like so there are two ways how people can look at it, like, oh, he must have thought he turned 30, But for me, I just completely forgot the fact that I did have a birthday in 2 months ago.
I think it was because it was a quiet one.
Yeah.
It was in the middle of...
It wasn't my usual
You don't usually
birthday,
But also it's because at that point, the pandemic became, coronavirus again started spreading.
Last year? This year?
This year,
Yeah,
early
this year.
Jan
Yeah.
to Feb, right? And then you were working in Expo and he didn't want to have a party. I wanted to surprise him and then he wasn't feeling like it. So
Yeah. It was a very quiet birthday.
yeah. But
Very,
it was
very
nice.
quiet. It was very nice.
Yeah.
But just completely slipped my mind that I'm 31. Then it just hit me like a ton of bricks, like a baseball bat right to my face that I'm
Yeah.
actually 31 and I'm like, dude, I'm old.
And then he told me, he kept saying to his new colleagues that he's 30
Yeah, and I'm
not
like,
31, and now you have to backtrack. How do you plan to do that? Just tell them.
no, I'll just say, no, I told you I was 31. You don't listen? Like,
Okay. And then they listen to this. They're like,
oh, he's a liar.
yeah, take that off.
He really doesn't speak German, I'm sure, as well. It's there on my CV.
Or French.
But like, I think another thing when you realize as you get older, like everyone who's like 24, 25, they seem super young to you, like children.
Yeah. When I meet like people and they tell me, oh, I'm 22, I'm 23. And I'm like, wow, you're super young. And I used to be that young person in the company, in a lot of like places and communities. And now I'm no longer that young person.
Yeah.
Like,
do you remember how old Anand was in our last episode?
27?
I think he was 20. He's like 24, 25, or 26, one of those. And every time I'm like, when I hear someone is that age, I'm like, you have your whole life set before you.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's in my mindset or why I think, once you hit 30, that's when like all your dreams, that's when you realize all your dreams are going to die along with you.
Hey,
and
no.
No, but then that's why so that's where I'm going to.
Okay.
So I'm just about to say like, but no, I think 30 is really the new like 20s right now. Cuz
I think
I'm like, so my life was like this until like a few years ago and started going like this. And now it's back on its curve upwards. So I'm thinking, life is really a roller coaster. It's not like
so
a
when
stagnant.
You met me, was it going this way? It was going
No,
down?
no, that was the highest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were like, then it was going like this. It's like, did you meet me when you were down? You were going downhill?
When I hit rock bottom, that's when I met you. Then it started going up again.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Whatever.
Get bonus points for that.
Sure.
But it's
I wanted to say something. It's because people put so much pressure onto the younger age, the younger generation, your 20s, your 25. By 25, you need to be married, you need to be established, you need to be this. There's all of these like young billionaire, young millionaires. You have Kylie Jenner, you have Mark Zuckerberg, who's the owner of the, Meta.
Ryan's toy reviews,
like all of these 30 under 30 Forbes lists that are super intelligent, smart, accomplished citizens of the world at such a young age. And it puts so much pressure onto the young generation. But we have to also remember that there are so many older people who got to the peak of their careers at an older age. You have J.K. Rowling. She was like 40 plus when she started getting real accomplishments and awards for her Harry Potter books. You have the founder of KFC, who's like, he was 60 something when he founded KFC.
Really?
Yeah. So
wow.
All of these like people who are older than usual, you don't have to be at a certain stage of your life at a certain age.
I know what you mean, but usually we try to identify things at their extremes, right? So when you see someone who's really young and successful and someone who's very old and successful, that's when they really stand out. But normal people, like 90% of the world, like me, for example, who's like starting to progress at 30, is like, it usually gets overlooked. And I can see that happening because like there's that saying, right? Like you can do 99 good things for one person. And then when they do one thing bad, that's what you'll hold against them throughout. In a different way, I'm trying to say is like, okay, so something that usually stands out, that's what we'll try to remember. Not like what our friends had struggled through or what our family has struggled to, but we usually remember those very unique things that has happened to people.
And I think that's the point, right? Don't forget about the normal stages of your life, even if it goes up and down, because that's normal.
Yeah.
These standout stories are there out in the open because they are truly a standout story, and you shouldn't like map out your life according to things that happen very, very rare. That doesn't mean do not reach for your goals, you know?
No,
I'm not
you should
saying
stop.
that. Yes.
Stop, guys. It's just this downward spiral of disappointments, and
You were just
half a nice day, right? Half a nice day. Actually,
so
you know
well.
what? You know what, guys?
You're doing so well.
No, I'm playing. Everyone knows.
Then you-
Everyone knows. But yes, our goal on this podcast is to spread joy, like I said, and half a nice day, like literally have a nice day. So what were you gonna say? Continue. Sorry.
Yeah,
Did
that
I
was
cut you
that.
off?
Like, don't model your life against these. Like, if you're not doing okay, that's okay. That's fine. You're okay to have failures in your life.
Yeah.
You learn from them. You get up. That's the point, right? The point is to go through them and become better.
Yes. It's okay to not be okay.
Go on your own pace.
Yes.
Like, do not look to the people around you because you all have different lives and different paths to take.
Right.
Some person might, this sounds really dark, but some people might be doing really, really well now, but their lifespan is only until what? 50. But then another person can be doing average, but their lifespan is until 100. And they get to enjoy more, good things in life versus other people. It's just how life is.
Yeah, and we've been on both sides of that story, right?
Yeah.
Where we like slave away. Weekends we're also working and barely have time to do anything, and you have to really cancel on a lot of things, friends, family, your hobbies, your passions.
Yeah.
And then we've also seen those sides where we're like completely free, even if we're like not making money in that period or, just taking a step back. So it just comes down to finding the perfect balance in everything.
Yeah. Find whatever brings you peace.
Right.
And go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I totally agree. So yeah, that's the end of this episode.
Thank you so much for listening, guys.
No, but just to reiterate everything, and I think just to make it in a valid point, I think everyone has to just stay on their own lane. And I think social media again comes into a very big thing when it comes to this. Like, I know we also had spoken about this on the podcast previously, and it is a blessing and a curse. It's really how you consume everything online.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't get sidetracked with all these people, like, oh, you know what? I just came on a Lamborghini and straight into my yacht, and I'm having champagne with Victoria's Secret models and eating shark for dinner.
Good for them.
Really? No.
No, really, good for them. If that's what brings them happiness and they're happy with that, then good for them.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Celebrate whatever, happiness people have, as long as they're not doing illegal things, not killing people, not like
yes,
stepping on other people.
But it is very cringy at the same time when you see these kinds of things online. Like, there's also that Instagram page, influencers in the wild.
Yeah.
Like, literally, they will be surrounded.
I love that page.
Bottle service, sitting right where the DJ is, doing all those things. And then you'll see like one girl like doing the kissy face, like, oh, my favorite DJ. And then she puts her phone down and like back to like a face with zero emotions, like, why am I here? What am I doing? I'm tired or something like that. So
that's why we cannot take social media as the whole picture.
Exactly.
Because
again, it's everyone's highlight reels that they do share online.
It's a highlight.
And I'm
it's
also
a dot in their life.
Yes, and you and me, okay, I'll speak for myself maybe in this, but I even when there's something great that happens in my life, great. I also decide to put that on. But those days where I'm like super dark, where I just want to be alone in my room, those days I'm just like why really
not
out
share
of it.
About them?
Huh?
Why not share them?
No, but then I feel like I'm an attention seeker at the end of the day.
No.
So it really depends. It really depends. But that's my mindset when it comes to like, oh, maybe I should put an Instagram post about me feeling very down. But that's the reality of life. Everyone goes through that. They just don't want to post it. So yeah.
Yeah. a lot of people go through it, but it's just, again, the highlights that people post, right?
There was one thing that you actually posted a long time ago, which really stood out for me, which really made me like, wow, you're such a down to earth person. It was a time when, because Janine is back in the day, as I would say, was really passionate about fitness. She would go to the gym every day.
I still am. I'm just not doing it.
Not yet. We will be going back for sure.
I have my reasons, and that reason also took over, and I made it a reason to stop.
Yeah.
But
a recent reason is, if you guys can notice, Janine has one less tooth right now.
Hey, they can't see it.
I called it out.
I have all of my wisdom teeth taken out, so I can't really do rigorous exercises.
Yes.
So.
But we will get back. But there was one point where Janine posted a gym selfie, and I'm like, okay, another gym selfie. But if you read the caption, it was about, I tried to get back to the gym or something like that, and it was, I know a lot of people who post their gym selfies are like, oh, solid pump, or feel so accomplished today. But yours was, I got to the gym out of energy. I tried to still push myself, but I wasn't able to. And then there's something about, and it ended with like, but there are better days ahead, and I will come back. And I left. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really, really like that. Like, that's always sticks to me for some reason. That's one of your posts that really sticks to me. Because it's so true. Like, Janine was so open, so honest about, like, because otherwise she could have just posted a gym selfie and left. But she was, like, really honest with herself. And I really like that.
Yeah. Be honest. Be kind. Be honest. Be loving. Spread positivity.
Yes. Sprinkle, what is that?
Sprinkle kindness wherever you go.
No, sprinkle kindness like confetti or something.
Yes. You remembered.
Yes.
Good job, dude.
Thank you.
High five. I was going to go for a fist bump, then I went to a high five.
Yes. Even if we're so far from each other, we still fail.
I know.
So, do we have time?
Yeah.
Okay, there's one thing I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
Because this is something that has been on my mind for quite a while. And it was also an adulting topic.
Okay.
To some extent. But
why are you so nervous?
No, I'm not nervous because I know a lot of people might have found this weird, but do you feel it is right to discuss? It's nothing to do with me right now, but it's just something that has been in my mind lately. Mm-hmm. Do you feel it's right to discuss your salaries with your coworkers?
Yeesh. That is a difficult question to answer because Americans would say yes, you should be open. But then Europeans would say, no, you shouldn't discuss.
Is that an American thing to discuss?
Yeah, I think it's one of the movement that's going nowadays, like equal pay.
Okay.
Everyone should be upfront and honest about what they're getting so that the companies can or will give them equal pay.
So no discrimination,
no
basically.
Discrimination. Okay. That's difficult to apply here because let's be honest, there is discrimination.
Is there?
Oh.
What?
There is. I mean, in so many different ways because there's so many variables to a package that you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
One of them will be based on your annual ticket, which the further you are from the Middle East, the more expensive it becomes. And what are the countries that are further away from here? The countries where white people are from. I'm going to get really bashed. But yeah, I mean, that's the truth, right? What are the closer countries? Of course, we're in the continent of Asia.
Mm-hmm.
So we're closer. Indians, Pakistanis are so much closer.
Mm-hmm.
And then here comes third world countries, and you're coming from a country where if you give them X amount versus what we're giving someone else in an X amount, it's a whole, how do I say it? It's a whole different ball game.
Yes.
So again, they're going to base it from where you're coming from, which is sad because it should be based by your skills, by what you're able to bring to the table. So it's difficult for me to answer the question because I'm not comfortable also answering that question when someone asks me, how much do you make?
Really?
Because I don't want other people to feel uncomfortable, about what I'm getting.
Right.
Knowing that, again, I'm of a Southeast Asian, half Southeast Asian descent, nationality. And we get this question all the time. I don't know if you do, but
I do.
You go home to the Philippines and your neighbor which bumped into and you're trying to make small talk to will suddenly ask you, oh, you just came back from Dubai. What do you do there? And you know, in your head, you know what's coming after that.
Especially when you just say you're from Dubai or you live in
Yes.
Dubai, that's when they already put you on a pedestal.
And they're like, oh, what do you do? And you say this. And it's difficult to explain my job because when I say, oh, I'm, an e-commerce trading manager or an e-commerce manager, and people are like, what does that mean? It's not like I do marketing.
It's not like easy, like, oh, I'm an engineer.
I'm an engineer.
Yeah.
Or I'm a
or something
doctor.
like that,
It's quite difficult to explain. So
Yes.
I just try to make it basic. I just say, oh, I work at the office. I work for the website. Something like that to make it. And then they always say, oh, IT. Because again,
like,
website IT. And I'm like, yeah, IT.
Exactly.
So same. And you know, the next question to that is like, oh, how much is that? Or in Tagalog, oh, magkano yung bigayan dyan? Or like, how much do they give out there? Because my son is, or because
I was just gonna say
my
that part,
daughter
yeah.
is.
Oh, I know someone who's also looking for that kind of role.
Yeah.
But it is, see, were you done, or is there something you wanted to add as well?
Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't answer your question directly, but I'm not comfortable. But I know there's a con and a pro to it.
No, wait. Okay.
Pros and cons to it.
Yeah, there are also, like what you said, they're both a con.
Yeah.
Both a pro and a con when you tell someone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I say something?
Please.
What I can say and what I'm comfortable to share is, so you know how in a company usually there are grading systems.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm comfortable to share.
Okay.
So for example, I'm an M2. That means people would know that your range or your bracket would be from X amount to X amount. Lower range
No,
here.
but that's not always the
range
case,
here.
though.
It
That's
is.
not always if
Companies
you know someone,
should stick to the range.
No, but like in my last company,
Yeah.
I didn't know how much different position like what T2, T1 would be.
Yeah, I don't think all companies are
Have that transparent, yes.
with that, which I think companies should be transparent about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it all comes with your titles, right? For example, a P1 will be senior executive,
Assistant regional manager,
or assistant to the regional manager,
assistant to the assistant regional manager.
So I think that's what companies should be transparent about.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I'm not too sure if it needs to be the salary per se, because again, there are different variations to that. It can be a person is married, a person has more benefits because he's coming in from a different country, so there's something factored into it. There's a housing allowance, there's
relocation bonus.
There's so many other things. But if you tell them of your tier, then you'll understand, oh, okay, more or less this is we're in the same level,
right?
And you can assess, okay, my skills and his skills seem to be the same. Is it right that we're in the same bracket or not? Or is he more senior than me? Why is he in this, or why is she in this bracket as I am? She or he might need to be moved into a higher, you know what I mean? I think that's, you threw me off in a... Thanks for asking, though. I think that's an important question.
No, I think it's a topic which a lot of people have tried to avoid.
Yeah.
But the way I think about it is, see, if like, let's say my colleague, like exact same level, everything, we do the exact same amount of work, but still on different pay grades. And that's where I think it's like, okay, like I don't mind sharing it.
Yeah.
But we have to make a pact, or at least I have to try to promise myself, you know what, I won't feel worse if he or she is making more, and vice versa.
That's difficult, though,
because you
cannot control your emotions.
Yeah. But there was something that I read before that, like, I think it's just a mindset that we just have to remove. Because let's say you and me do the exact same job, exact same company, and let's say we're both I'm making, like, I'm just gonna say 5K.
Yeah.
5,000, and you're making 6,000.
Okay.
At least I know, like, why is she making more? Then I can speak to HR. I'm like, why? But then again, at the beginning, when you sign the contract and everything, there is an NDA or something where you cannot share your salaries.
Yeah.
But I think this is a way companies can make sure that, you know what, we can really play around with salaries and such.
Yeah, I think it really depends. Here in the UAE, most of the contracts would have that. Like,
Yeah.
you're not allowed to discuss your package. Whatever you have in this letter is confidential for you, for your eyes
Mhm.
only. But again, in other countries, as I said, you can freely talk about salaries and,
Yeah.
you know,
I think when
how
it
much
comes
people are
to
getting, because they're paid by hour sometimes,
yes,
right?
and so yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So like, um, I don't know if it's a degrading term or if they change it, but unskilled labor, which is paid by the hour or something. I think that's relatively open. Like, oh,
Yeah,
you're also on the
making
$5 per hour
$2 per
contract or
hour.
something. Yeah.
Whatever extra you get, it's either because
Yes.
you have extended your time, so you're doing out of, what is it called, overtime fees,
Yes.
or you got a bonus or a tip
Mhm.
or something if you're a server.
Yeah.
So
But I think yeah, there's in every other system, such as even this, like there's a lot of flaws. Like even companies when they don't like advertise the pay, when they do put
Josh
the
is
job
hitting puberty lately.
this has been happening a lot
For this
actually.
whole week. Your voice
Yes,
has been
for
cracking.
this whole week.
Yeah. I think you are hitting puberty. It's because you
Finally
turned 31, you know?
Finally, right?
Yeah.
Now I can finally get hair on my body.
Okay. Ooh.
Sorry.
Excuse
Me, guys. But another thing that is flawed, which I feel in the whole hiring system, is not putting in salaries when they advertise or put a position out.
Yeah. I agree.
Because like they can take you to the whole process, and at the end we're like, what? This is all that.
I don't entertain though if I don't know the package.
Towards in the beginning itself?
Yes.
Really?
If someone contacts me, the first thing I ask is that, great, can you send the JD and can you please send me the range of the package? Because let's not waste your time. Let's not waste my time to go through this whole process if you're not going to be honest with me from the beginning. At least you know, oh, this is too low for my current pay grade, or this is something achievable.
Yeah, I think that should be something that should be openly discussed from the get-go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just how you communicate and demand for it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what you can bring to the table, right? Like obviously you're going to be an expense to the companies, but if you can really make sure that you make a difference or bring some change into it,
Believe in yourself. As long as you know that you're a hard worker, you're skilled enough, you fit the bill, and you know that you're going to bring more than what they're asking for, then go for it. Shoot for it, as long as it's not unreasonable. And your research from Glassdoor or somewhere, the different range of packages, but sometimes it's like way off. It's like
it'll be
from
what can you expect?
5,000 to 25,000.
You're like, where's the middle?
Exactly. It's
really,
so far off.
it's sometimes the ranges from there is like literally A to Z.
Yeah, or just ask people. And I really don't mind if someone comes to me and they ask me like, you know, what would you say is a pay grade for this role? And I ask, okay, what does the job entail? Then I tell them, okay, I think this is this would be fitting enough for that role.
Yeah.
Because if you're in the industry long enough and you've hired people, you will know how much, each sort of bracket, if it's an executive, a manager, senior manager, assistant manager, director, whatever it is. At least a ballpark figure.
Yeah, so at least they can try to take things from there, right?
Yeah.
Like they don't want to start too low, or they don't want to too high is not a thing when it comes to salaries.
Yeah.
But there was something really funny that I saw the other time. I think we can maybe talk about this for like a quick second, but there was this thing where it was like a job posting about this. It was something related to IT, and they're like, has to have 5 years experience with this coding language,
Python
or something like that, one of those things.
JavaScript.
And then they said like this language was literally released 2 years ago. It became like a thing 2 years ago. I don't know why they want someone with like 5 years experience. So like do some research, guys, before you actually have these weird postings, and don't make everything so grand. And like sometimes it's really off-putting for some people, even if they're like the perfect candidate for this role. But when they start reading the job description, you need to work 8 years in a high, fast-paced organization. Like it really puts the person, like it makes that other person seem very overwhelmed in the beginning.
Yeah, like an intern, but with 2 years experience.
Yeah.
You're looking for an intern. This person needs to be fresh out of school.
Seriously.
Or maybe from a different field and wanting to get into a different field.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's ridiculous.
It is.
Yeah.
It is redundant.
So make sure when you're creating your job description and HR people, recruiters,
Yes.
please read.
Make it easy for everyone.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a difficulty of job hunting, right? That's just how it is. And unfortunately, there's no one template
Yes.
to hiring and putting in a job
I
description.
think
and
back in the day, like maybe in the 50s or 60s, it was very easy. Like literally on the job description would be like minimum high school graduate, and if you're punctual. Those are maybe the only two
true.
things,
You have
right?
to be punctual. You
Yeah,
have
but
to
now
come
it's
in
like,
and out
okay,
at the same
this
time.
master's degree, 2 master's degree, doctor, you have to have 5 people reporting to you. Oh, you need to have these qualifications, project management, quality assurance, all these things. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I know like a lot of companies, they claim to be the best, and they claim to be the best because of their own employees under them, but give us a break.
Give us a break,
Yeah.
corporate world.
Yeah, dude, we're in the rat race.
What is this? Look, I think there are great companies out there. Great. There are great managers out there.
Of course.
Even if some companies don't have the right reputation about, oh, they're this, they're that. Sometimes it boils down to your line manager. Because
Yeah.
they can literally like block any bad thing that trickles to you.
Yes, they can make or break your experience.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So that's just how it is. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't, and sometimes your stars align, and sometimes God is really, giving you something that would either teach you to be patient or
Test you.
test you, or just,
Yeah.
go through life in an easy manner. That's just how it is. There are different things and ways to get through work problems and finding a job problem, and you just have to really be smart about how you expand your energy.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
And I've learned so much from you, though. I'm going to be completely open with everyone and you. But like literally the last few months, I couldn't have done without having observed you, or even like trying to see like how, like I always think, like, what would Janine do in this situation? And I consult.
WWJD.
What would Janine do? But it's but yeah, I really learned a lot from you, especially when it comes to career stuff, because you are like super driven.
That is
Kind
so
of
sweet.
like, whatever, but
Dude,
but
that is
seriously,
so
I
sweet.
did really put myself. I always thought, like, what would Janine do in this situation? Or am I reaching too high? Am I really aiming for the stars when it comes to something like this, or should I take a step back and see what else is out there? But seriously, I did learn a lot from you when it comes to being an adult. So thank you for that, sister.
You're welcome, brother.
Friend.
Great. I mean,
Okay.
that's what relationships are for, right? We both bring out the best in both of
Really?
us. Yeah.
It's not for me finding a co-host for this podcast and then kicking you out once I find someone better.
Well, the podcast room is going to be in my new apartment until you
Our new
move in.
apartment.
My new apartment until you move in. Actually, it's ours because
Yes. So even if we break up, I'll still
I
come.
should actually
still
be
come
kind
over.
to you because
I'll still come over if we break up. I'm like, can I use my room now?
actually, I need to shut my mouth
Yes.
and be kind to you
Yes.
because
Know your place in this world, woman.
the kitchen.
Not my words. Never. I would never say such a thing. Wow. I'm gonna cut that out for sure. I would never put that on a podcast. I would never talk ill of women because I respect them so much.
Bull crap. Bull crap.
Okay, before we go into the next part, I want to talk
Oh,
about
there's a next part.
no, just how I
Okay.
want to end the podcast. But so I'm a comedian, of course, and I like to joke about, like, of course, like very not topical stuff, but things which have been picked on a lot, like recently, and one of them is, of course, women's rights. So don't get me wrong, I'm a firm believer of women's rights, and I love women as I love myself. Is that a thing? I don't know, but
Yeah, women equality.
women equality and
Sorry, gender equality.
gender equality, everything. I'm all about, I love women so much. I was raised by a very strong woman. I am engaged to a very strong woman. I've been surrounded by very strong. I've been saying strong women a lot, but very strong, talented. People, women who know their place. Not women who know their place. What am I doing to myself? I'm digging my own grave. But I know, but very very strong, supportive women. I could name like 100 of them, like from the top of my head. Like you, Ima, my mom, like a lot of my sister, Dwayne. But where was I going with this? But yes, when we went to Big Bad Wolf, there was a book that said women's rights, and it was in I think the history section.
Yeah.
And I yelled to Janine, who was like maybe like 4 or 5 feet away, like, what is this should be in the fiction section. And there was this one girl who was there, and she looked at me like she was gonna murder me there.
Yeah, and he ran for his life.
I ran away from that place because I'm like, this is like literally, I'm pretty sure security will escort me out. Or this girl, she was wearing a.
No, she wasn't wearing. No.
Okay, but she was like because when I looked at her, and when you also looked at her, she had that face like, is this guy serious right now?
Like she was about to murder you.
Yeah, if only she knew the context of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was super funny.
Though,
yeah,
to protect you.
I know.
Make her feel like I know.
Because usually when I make these jokes, Janine is like first straight face, and then she maybe lets out a chuckle or something because. But like Janine
I laugh
had to
because I know it's a joke. Come on, guys, lighten up. You know?
Thank you. But but of course, from the outside looking in, she'll be like, "This guy is super sexist. He doesn't deserve a place in this world."
I'd rather you joke about these type of things, but in real life, be a real supporter of women's rights.
You know me, man.
Rather than the other way around, who's someone who just talks blah blah about women's rights and I'm a feminist, but then. In terms
I'm not
of
a
actions,
feminist. I'm just like, I'm an equalist, if that's a thing. Like
a feminist is an equalist.
No, but it's gone. Like I've said this before.
Because that's the bad definition of feminist. Because those are women and maybe men who are going too much, like over
the top. Yeah, then that's where I'm like, that's where I draw the line. But I would really love to support women and really push them.
So you are a feminist.
Yes,
that is the definition of being a feminist.
Okay, then consider me a feminist, guys.
Yes.
I'm gonna put that feminist sticker here. This is my approval, and I love you, ladies.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Now, while we wrap up the podcast, there's this quick game I want to play. I want to see how good you are at this. Since this podcast is really focused about being half and ethnicities and everything like that, I want to see how good you are at identifying ethnicities.
Okay.
So this is a quick game.
Okay.
Okay, it's a quiz game. That's why I have my laptop, guys. I usually don't have this. I'm always free. I hope they can see it from the screen. Oh, why am I opening my email?
You want to work? Click
this eToro, guys, while you're on our podcast. So this is a very quick quiz. I don't know if I can put it on my lap to make it easier. Or no, you know what? I'll just move it. Yes. Okay, so this is basically, can you tell a person's ethnicity just by looking at his or her face? Okay.
Oof, okay.
Let's start. It's very simple. Wait, how do I make this full screen? What is the command?
In your opinion, where is this girl
F11?
from? I don't know.
Yeah. Great.
She is.
Oh wait, these are the options.
Okay. Just 3?
Yeah. In your opinion, where's this girl from?
Japan.
I don't know if they can see it from the screen or it looks too bright.
Yeah, a little bit. Sucks. They can see. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Japan.
Great. Okay, that was it. Thank you, guys.
I was gonna say Korean earlier, but yeah, Japan.
How do I go next? Here. Computers, huh?
Okay.
What nationality? What's the nationality of this girl?
She's Polish. She's Spanish. She's Russian. She's.
Ugh.
It's either Polish or Russian.
Okay, what is your final answer?
Polish.
Oh,
Russian.
Wrong.
I should have known because she was wearing a ballet outfit.
Of course, yeah.
Russian ballet. Okay. Thai, Japan, North Korea, the Philippines. Process of elimination, not Philippines, not Thai. Can be
North Korea because they don't have cameras there.
Japan.
You think?
Yes. Look at her outfit.
Dude.
That is bullcrap. She's not from North Korea.
She is. She has North Korean written all over her. She has no face. I mean, she has no smile. She's literally living in darkness right now without electricity.
Fine.
Good choice. Good try though.
Okay.
What can you about this photo?
What can you?
Great.
Greece, Jordan, Palestine, Montenegro.
Is Montenegro even a country?
Can I say Palestine? Yeah.
Palestine?
I was going to say Jordan, but yeah, Palestine. No way she's Greek.
She is so Greek, dude.
She's
She has a
not
body of a
Greek.
Greek god, dude. She literally has
This
a gyro in her hand.
Can people see this? She's not Greek.
She is so Greek, dude.
Have you seen a Greek woman?
Have you?
Yes,
This is
I've
literally
been
the first
to
time
Greece.
you must have seen a Greek woman.
I have friends who are Greeks.
Where might this guy be from?
Egypt. That's literally Middle East. Iran, Peru, or India.
This is also a tough one.
He can be Iranian. He can also be Indian.
I don't think he's Indian. I'm doing this quiz for the first time.
Okay, so we're doing this together.
Yeah, it's mostly for you, but
Okay.
I can...
Okay, process of elimination again. I don't think
he's definitely Iranian, though.
Egyptian.
Definitely Iranian.
Yeah, I was thinking Iranian. Most likely Iranian. Let's go for Iranian. Yes.
Yeah. What's that
Correct.
Iranian food? What's it called?
The restaurant?
No, the food.
What food?
Shabaza something.
What?
Dude, this guy's so
he's
Filipino.
for sure.
No,
He
wait.
is Filipino.
He might be.
No,
he might
he's-
be Malaysian.
No, he's Filipino. He's Filipino.
Oh, dude, that's my cousin June. That's why.
Si Tutoy.
Dude, this guy, literally, I met him yesterday.
Why do we know Filipinos so much?
This is.
Can be Jamaican.
It's either Nigeria or Jamaican.
Can I say Jamaica though? Because she seems very groovy.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yes.
We are so good at this.
Okay.
This is
I was
some-
thinking Mexico.
No, it's Greece.
Try and be funny.
Mexico.
Mexico.
I'll go Mexico?
Mexicana. Yes, please. Want to inspect? We can actually see
Yeah,
the
we're good.
answers
Actually,
if we
yeah, I know.
inspect.
Grape.
Grape.
Oh, no.
Oh. What's the question? This
This
guy
guy's
is probably
from...
from Ireland, Italy, Norway, or Russia.
Dude, first of all, it's definitely...
Okay.
It's definitely Norway.
It's
Because he has a
snowing
Christmas
outside.
sweater, for sure. No, but all these countries have snow. I don't know about Italy, but...
He's
Or
not a
Ireland.
redhead.
Huh?
He's not a redhead. So
He's
maybe
not a
from-
leprechaun. He
He's
doesn't
not
have...
a pizza, so he's not a dad.
Mamma mia! We're gonna get canceled. We're gonna get.
I do agree. With
He's Norway, dude. He's
Yeah.
so Norway.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Oh no.
The last question: what nationality do you see here? Indian.
No, Indian, yeah, because she's in tech, right?
Yeah.
Most probably call center or something. Nice. We won.
Nice. Why do you have like jewelry as your ads all the time? Have you been shopping for jewelry recently? 7 out of 10.
Experience. You shown good results in this test. Seems like you travel a lot and might have met some people belonging to different nations and cultures. It's quite hard to mislead you.
Okay.
However, you have made a couple of mistakes in most difficult questions. Oh.
We advise you to train your attention. Will your friends succeed? Let's test them. That was a fun one.
That was fun. There's
I
one
like
more, but I
that.
think we can do it another time. Or you wanna do it
Yeah.
now?
No, I like that. We can do that a lot more.
We can do it to our other guests as well. Like you can
Yeah.
see if they know.
Yeah, I like
Yeah?
that. Yeah, I like
So we can
that.
do these quizzes and stuff. So that's another segment I want to try to incorporate into the podcast. 7 out of 10. Great, guys.
Grape.
That's why I think you should be watching the podcast instead of listening, because you will be able to see what
Now
we
that
have
we're
there.
monetized.
Yes, we're trying to do literally everything visual. There'll be one episode we just do in sign language, like just so everyone can watch, you know.
And our watch hours will be much longer. Okay.
So that's it. Thank you for playing.
Okay. You're welcome.
Yeah, so I want to give you the chance to close the show since I opened, and I'm all about womanism. Feminism.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for listening and watching and sticking through this whole thing while we're doing the quiz together. Probably our audio podcast listeners are like out by this point.
Yes.
But our video subscribers on YouTube are still here, I hope, and I guess. Let us know if you enjoyed this segment of our podcast.
What are you like trying to sell like a game show? Behind
'Cause
door
I just
is a
finished
refrigerator.
A game. I just finished a game and I feel like I'm
deal or no deal
I'm
mode.
a game show host. Okay. And if you enjoyed this segment, let us know and we'll do more of that for the next episode. Let us know in the description where you can also put some of your comments. Do you agree with my sentiments about pay?
Whatever we spoke about.
Yes. About us being transparent with your
Yes.
package and your salary or not. Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to rate it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. I don't know how to close the show anymore.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what's going on?
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
But thank you so much, guys. We appreciate you. And we thank you for getting us to this point of us being monetized. And I hope that our YouTube community will grow even more and our podcast community on all of the podcast platforms will also grow. We love you so much. And on that note, have a nice day. We love you guys.
we like you as a friend.
Bye.
Bye.